Okay, time for another YouTube video, just for giving information out there, information I found hard to find. Here's my e53 BMW 2006 X5. There's my Land Rover. Got a few cars here in Burma. Now the problem with this car is that we have a light coming up saying check brake linings. Just hang on a minute and I'll show you that. Okay, you can see that light there, check brake linings, and there's a red light over there. It has two bars around it, there's exclamation mark in the middle. So we'll go and show you the cause of this. Now on a BMW X5 like this, they have sensors on the wheel and sensors in the brakes. This is what the sensor cable looks like. This is a new one that I've got. This bit here fits in between the brake pads, and this nub wears off over time when your brake pads get worn out, and then it sets off that system. It's plugged into a housing here. I've disconnected this one, that's the old one. So it was plugged onto that. It's inside this housing. You have to take the wheel off to get to it. What's happened with mine is that the nub, the wire has broken on the end, and this has been left inside the brakes pads. The pads are still okay, but I can't show you that properly. You can see on this side maybe. Let's get some light on it. You can see I still got heaps of pad in there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is run an experiment, because people online have been asking, and I'm the same. Let's see that pad again. Yeah, plenty of pad there. There's about 5 mil, and the same on the inside. You can't see that probably. Let's forget that. But it still hasn't rubbed this nub, whatever I'm going to call it, this connector on the end. It's just that the wire's broken. That wire is connected here. It's got a sheath on it, goes through there, round and up. Okay, so the trick is, how does it all work? Can I just connect these two wires together here and short it, and make it think that this is still sensing properly, instead of having to replace this whole thing and bypass it and just do my own manual inspection? So this is the test. I'm going to connect them all back together and see if I can get the light to go out. Okay, so I don't know that this is going to work, but this is what people tell you on the net. So now I've spliced those two wires together and I've connected it back on. Now I'm going to turn on the key, but not turn on the engine, and see if the light goes out. Let's go back up the cabin. Now it takes a little while to do a self-check. I've done this before by putting on the new one and seeing if it cancelled out the light. Now, each model is a bit different. The new ones have different systems in them, so I don't know if this works. And we will just see. Just hang in there and wait for it to do its self-check. It takes about 30 seconds. The light's gone out. Okay? So there we have it. All you got to do is splice those wires together, and you can disconnect that sensor and override it and bypass it and get that dash light off. Now here is a new set of pads for this car. I bought them in anticipation because I didn't know what had gone on, and I live in Myanmar where there is no way to get parts. So I just bought a set, bought the cable, everything. But when I inspected it all, I found that I've still got a lot of brake pad left. So I've still got maybe a third of a pad left, and it still hasn't really touched the sensor. So it's no use changing all these brakes over. There's a sensor on the back wheel, back right, and the front left. Now they're great things, except if your little wire breaks. The other thing that you're going to know, you need to know about these BMWs, is that these airbags, which I replaced recently, they'll go. And then I've noticed on this one, the boot here, it's gone. There's lots of trouble in these cars. That's why they're called BM trouble use. As some other person who has a website has pointed out. But little things. This is answer to people's questions and my own about whether you can just splice the wire and remove the signal, and then it's manual inspection for you. And if you're not skilled, just replace this whole thing. Buy one of these for $20, replace it, even though the wire was broken. It'll run out again in another few thousand K and give you the correct warning at the correct time, which is what I'm thinking of doing now, is just connect this one on. I just wanted to prove myself that I could disconnect it. And then when it's time to replace your brake pads properly, you need to replace this wire and that. There's also people talking about you're going to have to replace the rotors at the same time as the brakes. But that's another thing I have to work on. And for the moment, splice the wire, it works. That's your quick fix to get that light off your dash. As long as you can see that you've still got brake pads. Otherwise, change the brake pads, change the wire.